Is this one of the best keyboards that you can buy right now for productivity? Hi, my name is Liam. This is a product review of the Dell Premier Collaboration Keyboard KB900. This item was released for sale on the Dell website on January 31st, 2023. I had previously read that Dell was about to introduce a new high-end keyboard, and it specifically caught my attention because it was, for one, a Bluetooth wireless keyboard, but that it also had a backlight. It's also just rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about batteries. It was basically all of the upgrades that I needed in a new keyboard, so it seemed like a product that was just really worth looking into. Right out of the box, you get, of course, the keyboard, one USB charging cord, one USB receiver, and a small set of instructions. The first thing that I noticed about this item is that it feels a lot heavier for what I was expecting of something this small. Compared to my previous keyboard, the Dell KB900, even though that thing is physically larger than the new one, it feels like the new one is about twice as heavy. But that would make sense considering the size of battery that this thing would need in order to support a charge that lasts 20 days as advertised, and because of the way it's not going to move around as much by accident when you're typing. Alright, so let's talk a little bit more about the features in depth. The first notable feature is, again, the rechargeability. Dell has had a number of both wired and wireless keyboards in the past. This is the first wireless rechargeable keyboard, so that means that you can choose whether or not it's plugged in. The wireless connection takes place via Bluetooth or a USB receiver. Now, obviously, one of the biggest advantages to having a rechargeable keyboard is, in fact, that you don't have to use traditional alkaline batteries. Another main selling point is the illuminated keys. A backlit keyboard is one of those things where you don't know what you're missing until you've actually had it yourself. I don't think I could comfortably go back to a non-backlit keyboard after experiencing this one. Traditional keyboards are just so much harder to use in the dark because you obviously can't see the keys that you're trying to type on. There's been so many times that I've had to get up and turn on a light, or I would have to squint really close using the light from my monitor. Not only does this Dell keyboard solve that problem, but it takes it up one more notch with smart hand detection. That means that the keyboard can detect if your hands are close to the keyboard and will illuminate if so. It's subtle, but it's definitely one of the coolest things that I've seen any keyboard do. Not just is it visually neat, but it's actually pretty useful in real situations. When other keyboards' backlight times out, you might have to press a button in order to get the light to turn back on, but in so doing, you might accidentally type something or trigger something on your computer that you didn't mean to do. But with this, all you literally have to do is just place your hand on the keyboard and it turns on. You don't actually need to even touch the keyboard at all. You can just hover your hand over the keyboard and it still knows that your hand is there. The next main feature are the multi-Bluetooth connections. The keyboard can toggle its connection to up to 3 different devices. It has 2 Bluetooth connections and 1 connection via the USB stick. This isn't the first Dell keyboard to have multiple Bluetooth connections as the KB900 did, but I'm really glad that this one does as well. The way you toggle is very easy. You just press the circular arrow button in the top right corner and it will cycle through the first Bluetooth, second Bluetooth, and RF dongle in that order. While I personally don't take advantage of this feature in particular, I can see it being really useful if you're someone who uses multiple computers at once, or maybe you use a tablet or other device while you're on your main computer. This way you don't have to switch between multiple keyboards to use different machines, you can just use the one. Alright, so the last big feature, and probably the most unique, are the Zoom touch controls. These are touch buttons that appear just above the arrow keys, specifically only when you're on a video call via the Zoom app. These buttons can toggle your camera, toggle your microphone, turns your screen sharing on or off, and opens or closes your chat window in Zoom. Surprisingly, unless you're specifically on a Zoom call, you're not actually going to see these icons because they're not visible when they're not in use. I do actually like this because I was at first concerned if they might be distracting or I might accidentally touch them when I'm not in a call, but it's good because since they don't appear, you don't have to worry about that. It does seem a little weird to me that such an intricate feature like this would be built into this device when it only comes into play when you're using this app. The buttons don't seem to be programmable as far as I can tell, so it's not like you can just use these buttons for other things. They don't work on other video call platforms platforms other than Zoom. So if you're using something like Discord or Microsoft Teams or something else, it just doesn't work. You have to be using Zoom. But if you are the kind of person that does use Zoom a lot, you may find this really useful. The icons give you quick access to 4 of the platform's most frequently used functions. You can quickly see whether your microphone or camera is on via the red or white light, and it's easy because the buttons are right there all the time, so you can just hit them with your finger quickly versus having to use your mouse and open the Zoom window and search for the function that you want on the screen. I was a little concerned too, as since it is right above the arrow keys, I was worried that my finger might accidentally move and it would hit one of the buttons and, for example, turn my camera on by accident. But the settings are actually configured so that they take 2 taps to activate as opposed to just 1, so that does serve as a little bit of a barrier. Altogether, it seems to be a cool hidden secret with this device that can make video calls a little bit easier and less clunky. So, that's my review of the Dell Premier Collaboration Keyboard. It's backlit, rechargeable, multiple Bluetooth connections, smart hand detection, video call touch controls. It's not exactly perfect, but honestly, in my research, I have not come across any keyboard that I think is anywhere near as good for just casual daily use. To be real, I don't really use Zoom, but I guess it's nice to have, and who knows, maybe I have reason now to use it more since I have a nice fancy keyboard for it. The only real deterrent that prevents me from just suggesting this keyboard to anybody is the price. It is over $100 if you're buying it right off of the Dell website, but if you're willing to spend a little extra, this item is definitely very what I would call future resistant, as it has a lot of the tech features that are just going to get more important as time goes on. And that concludes the video. So what do you think? Do you agree with my thoughts on this? Let me know your feedback in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Liam. Have a great rest of your day.